So, this is the Q&A video. I'll just be reading the questions from my Instagram that people have asked and telling you the answers. So, number 1, full or cloth body reborn. I'd have to say cloth because I've had a reborn that was had a torso, and I didn't like it because it wasn't cuddly or anything. The second one, 3/4 limbs or full limbs. I'd have to say full limbs, although Lennie doesn't have full arms, he does have full legs. So yes, I'd have to say full limbs though. That's definitely better for like if you want to put them in short sleeve stuff. But with boys, I don't really think you do a lot of the time with girls. So yeah, number 3, silicone or reborn. Well, that's hard because I love having the reborns, but I would like a silicone, but it's not like a massive must. Like when I was a little younger, it was a must and was like, oh, I really want one, but now it doesn't really bother me. Like I'm quite actually content with the babies I have, so a silicone doesn't really faze me. Like if I get one day, then I get one. If I don't, then who really cares? Favourite thing to collect for your babies? I don't know. Probably the clothes. Like always say that's like a must anyway, but that's the favourite thing to like get. And if I get new ones, then I don't like to really put them in it straight away because then I think it's like not new anymore. How long have you been into reborns? Well, I'd say that I found Ashton Drakes on the back of magazines when I was probably about 9 or 10, and I was never allowed one until I was a little bit older. I got one and was really disappointed with the quality, so I sent her back. Then I came across the other ones, which are the Sophia kit, which are, to me personally, they're like a reborn head with doll limbs. He cost me about £99 and I still wasn't satisfied. So 2011 was the first time I got a proper reborn, which was Hope, and she's at Ariella by Riva Chic. Next, favourite bottle, passy and nappy brand. Well, nappy brand, I just put literally anything on them that'll fit. I do have like quite a few nappies, but I don't like waste them, so it's just that like once the nappy is like completely buggered, it goes in the bin and a new one goes on. I do have honest nappies, but I tend to not really use them much because they're really pretty. Favourite dummy, I don't really have one. I feel like the plain ones are kind of more babyish, like the one that Lennie's wearing in this video. It's more like, it's not like right in your face, if you know what I mean. It's just like, it's plain and cute. Favourite bottle is my Nuke bottle because it's small. I do have a Tommy Tippy bottle, but I feel like it's quite chunky, so it's quite hard to take a photo and see their face with that bottle. Favourite place to shop for your baby? That's number 7. I like to shop online mostly. I think that's because like with my anxieties I don't go out much, so the only place I really do go when I do go out is Asda. and 99% of the time I don't have any money. So the last time I went into Asda I did buy quite a few bits for Lennie because he didn't really have much to come home to. So I did get some things that was on a sale. So that was pretty good. My mum mostly picked them. Reborn must-haves. Well, I think the must-haves are just like the clothes. To make it realistic, you need like the clothes, toys, bottles, dummies. Just the normal things that a real baby would have. I wouldn't say like the musts are like a car seat or a crib or whatever, because like I don't go out with my dolls, but there's a car seat mainly because I have 8 babies, so they all need a place to sit. Dream stroller. Well, I do have a pram, but the intention was to go out with it when I got it, but I never did. And I don't know, sometimes I plan to take it out and other times I don't. I did plan on taking Lennie out, but I'm just really scared that he doesn't look realistic enough, and people are like, why have you got a doll in a pram? Open her closed-eyed babies. Well, I have a mixture. I don't really have a mixture because I only have 2 open eyes and the rest are sleeping. But well, I like the way that Lennie's eyes are, because one is more in the way to his nose and the other one looks out to you. My other open eye baby, which is my prototype, she looks like she's staring at you, and you can't really put her in any position to make it look like she's looking anywhere else. She's still a really pretty baby obviously, but it's still really difficult to sometimes make her look real, although a lot of you have said that she does look real. So obviously it's been a prototype as well, it's not hard. Sorry. Right, so that was 10 questions from English Wolf Cubs Nursery. The rest of them are just kind of like random ones, so I'm not going to say numbers or anything, I'm just going to say the questions. So the first one is favourite kit / dream baby. Well, that would be the Miracle, and I liked that kit since before I started collecting. So when I looked up, when you type in Reborns to Google, it's pretty much one of the top kits that come up on the images, and I was like, oh wow, that's a really newborn looking baby, and that's the look that I was going for when I started collecting. I had no idea that Hope was going to be as big as she was, but she was huge, in my opinion, for a first baby anyway, which is probably why I was like, oh, I like her, but I need a smaller baby. So yeah, when I got Miracle, the Miracle kit, which was only last year, I think I just about died because I never thought, excuse me, I never thought I'd have my dream kit in a million years. And when I looked at other ones that were for sale, nothing was really like popping out to me like, oh yeah, I really want that baby. I kind of knew what I wanted in my head for my Miracle to look like, and so when I found Bruno, I was like, yeah, that's what I want. So yeah, I got him, which was pretty hard. Who got you into Reborns and my favourite Reborn artist? Well, nobody got me into Reborns, I got myself into Reborns because I was not a fan of dolls when I was growing up. I had like the Rosie and Baby Alive. I broke Baby Alive by feeding her chocolate milk to make it look like she'd pooped. And the Rosie, I decided one day that I was going to be a hairdresser and cut her hair. So yeah, they were a mess. I did have a baby Annabelle, but that wasn't my doll, that was somebody else's, and I was only borrowing it and then ended up keeping it. But yeah, I don't like any of them. They, from a really young age, I think I was always after that like really real looking baby, and no shop was ever going to have what I really wanted. Favourite reborn artist, well, Spotty Pig Reborns is one of my favourite because I've had Archie, who was made by her, Lennie, who was made by her, and I also had her Penelope, who it now belongs to Reborn Days, who she is selling, I believe. So if you're interested in him, I definitely buy him, because I gave him buy him back if I had the money, because he is a really gorgeous kit. Just at the time I couldn't bond, and I'd always loved her Freya, so we traded, and that is how she has the Penelope, and that is how I have my Freya. My other favourite artist is, now I might get this wrong. If I do, I apologise. Carla Gentile, I can't even say it. She is Bruno's artist. I hunted so much to find out who his artist was, because I got him from somebody else who like I knew. This is his artist, because I can't really say it properly. Oopsies. So yeah, I hunted so much for his artist, because the lady I got him from, she wasn't 100% sure who reborn him, and then when she found out, she told me. I hunted her down, I found her, and I was like, wow, her babies are amazing. So yeah, and actually every time I tell people who his artist is, they're like, oh my god, you have a baby by her. I didn't realise how many people were so in love with her babies. So yes, moving on. What's your favourite feature about Lennie? Well, I'd have to say that like, even when he's got a dummy in, you can still see his like little smirk. My favourite feature would have to be his smirky little face and his ears, because his ears are like, it sounds so bad, but they're cappy, and I think it's cute. But his lips, his little mouth, is the cutest thing ever, because he just looks like he's always happy. A favourite outfit of his? Well, most of my babies like share their clothes, like especially boys. But I don't know, because I only bought like a few outfits for him. It would probably have to be the one that says, I'm not just perfect, I'm totally awesome, and the one that's like a red checked kind of colour. They're my favourite outfits. He's only had one on because I was going to put the other one on today, but then I thought it was kind of cold, so I wanted his outfit to be realistic with like the day. So yes. My other favourite outfit is my Hugo Boss sleeper, but that's mostly for Bruno. I have tried it on Lennie and didn't really like it on him, so it just basically belongs to Bruno. Next, most realistic baby. My most realistic baby would have to be Bruno. I think sometimes Lennie him look real, like in certain positions. Like just now, I think he looks kind of real. But because of how unique he is with being a Down syndrome baby, it's pretty hard to make him look real, I think. Bruno, definitely. Which I can show you him because he's not actually that far from me. 2 seconds. Right. Here he is. But yeah, so I would say that Bruno is my most realistic baby. I mean, just look at that face. I think a lot of my babies, like my David by Tina Cooey, is really real looking as well. Freya, my Freya cat, she can look real in certain positions. And my little preemie, she looks real as well. Because a lot of people actually mistake her for being real, but she's not, obviously. So yeah. So that's what, like 2, 3 babies that I think really, excuse me, look real. Bruno, Minnie and Archie. Lennie, he looks real when he wants to be real. So, next question. Baby you have the strongest bond with.